Good morning from Breazeale's Grocery, Bluegrass. We're located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina, or Anderson. It'll get you there either way, 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. We thank you for being here today on our live broadcast, and we got a couple things that we're going to be talking about today. So stay tuned. Today's Wednesday, October the 25th, 2023. And I'm your host, Don Acevedo. The weather today is 55 degrees, 1% chance of rain. The high will reach 76 degrees. A beautiful day. And our shout outs go to Jane, Josh, Heather, Carter, Blaine, Hampton, Hudson, Grant, Syl, Heidi, Charlie, Harper, and always, of course, loving Martin. Here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, we have music lessons all week. We teach fiddle, classical fiddle, mandolin, bass, guitar, banjo, anything with a string on it, we can teach here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. Again, we're located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. And in my opinion, we have the best instructors in the upstate by far. And for more information, you can call me. I'm Don, your host today. And my number is 864-376-1482. And if you would like to call during the broadcast, feel free to call us during the broadcast. I'll answer any questions that you have. I got my phone right here, and we'll put you on live and talk with you. Sponsor for today is Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. So we're our sponsor today, sponsoring the show. We're located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. For all your musical needs, please call us. We provide everything you need to be an accomplished musician here at Breazeale's. Everything. We have music lessons. We have our teachers are the best. We have a teacher that'll be here at 1 o'clock today. He teaches. Normally he's here, but two of his students canceled this morning. So he'll be here at 1 o'clock, and he'll teach till about 6 o'clock this evening here. And then we have I think he's a three-time banjo champion who teaches here Saturday morning, Mr. Charles Wood, excellent banjo teacher as well. And we have Mark Stoudemire, who teaches the big bass behind me. And he teaches mandolin and bass here at the store. So we have teachers that cover everything. We have Martha. She teaches classical violin and fiddle here at the store. So if I left one out, I promise you we have a teacher for it here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. Again, we're located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. We provide everything you need to be an accomplished musician, and we offer the best fellowship in town. So if you're not a musician, just like music, or if you don't like music and you want to talk to people, come here to Breazeale's. We have a fine crowd, good folks here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. Just come on by. Again, we're located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. Remember that address, 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. The phone number here is 864-376-1482. You can also follow us on our social media pages, YouTube, Facebook under Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and Instagram under Beachy Bluegrass. But I think if you go to any social media and just punch in Breazeale's or Bluegrass, ours will pop up. We're in the system. We got all the networks pretty well covered. We now sell pork rinds. Most of you know in the previous broadcast I talk about my wonderful pork rinds. They're $7 a bag. And they're done here in Williamson, South Carolina is where they're made and delivered here. About every other week we get a delivery of pork rinds. We have plain, hot and spicy, salt and vinegar, smoky barbecue, smoky bacon and barbecue. I just picked up a bag the other day. I think it's barbecue. Yeah, put it in my vehicle and I chew on it while I'm driving down the road. Good stuff. We also sell hats, shirts, mugs. We also sell instruments. We sell fiddles, mandolins, guitars, bass, banjos, pretty much anything with a string on it. If I don't have it, I can get it for you here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. So make sure you, if you just like music, I think everybody likes music. Maybe not everybody likes bluegrass music, but music, in my opinion, music is good for the soul. Whether it's opera music, bluegrass, country, doesn't matter. It's good for your soul. So if you just like music, just come on by and have a chair. We have nice and controlled heating and air in the store. We have comfortable seating. Yeah, we got a big bench over there with pretty soft. You want to take a nap, you can go over and take a nap. I usually try to take a nap there every day when I have time. Okay, I'm going to talk about a group that will be coming here November the 10th, 2023. They've been here about 2 years ago. And the name of them is La Terza Classe, which in Italian that means third class. Interesting bunch of guys. There's 6 of them in the group. They a little bit different instruments that they play, but they do some bluegrass instruments. They do some bluegrass music, which is kind of interesting because they have accents. You know, they're all Italians. They speak Italian, they have Italian accents. But when they sing a song, an American song, they don't have an accent. It's kind of weird. Anyway, they'll be here November the 10th, 2023, coming up. If you want tickets, call me at 864-376-1482. You can come by the store. We'll mail you the tickets. You can call and order tickets and give me your card number, and we'll have them at the door for you, and I'll run your card through the machine here if you can't make it to the store. But you've got to come and see this show. They don't come around too often. So it's Italian Bluegrass, La Terza Classe. We'll be here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, November the 10th, 2023. So put it on your calendar. The show is from 7 to 9. Tickets are $25 and $30 at the door. So make sure you get your tickets for La Terza Classe coming up on November the 10th, 2023. So you can call to get tickets at 864-376-1482 or come by the store at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. So anyway, so much for that. And then we have another announcement coming up. We have the monthly public auction, Jeff Auctioneers Martin Incorporated, monthly public auctions coming up. They have vehicles, pickups, boats, motorcycles, RVs. They got about everything out there. It's a great place, and if you're looking for really anything, equipment, big equipment, small equipment, front-end loaders, bobcats, skids, I mean, they got it all out there. So try to make your way out there. It's a live and online auction, 1618 Auction Drive, Pelzer, South Carolina, Saturday at 9 a.m. on November the 11th. November the 11th is the next auction. And if you want to contact a person, contact Blaine Albertson at 864-556-5384. Again, contact Blaine Albertson, 864-556-5384 for more information on Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Or you can go to jeffmartinauctioneers.com, jeffmartinauctioneers.com, and I think you can preview everything that's coming up for the sale online. And you can even, I think you can make purchases online as well. So make sure you put that on your calendar. Jeff Martin Auctioneers, Mr. Blaine Albertson, 864-556-5384. You won't want to miss that next auction coming up. great thing that Blaine's doing. He's my grandson. Yeah, he's my grandson. Yeah, I always get him confused whether a grandson or. But he's a fine young man. He's got a wonderful mom and dad. He was raised right, folks, and he's a good boy. And he has a girlfriend now, and she's a beautiful person. Works at the auction as well. So anyway, so much about the auction. Okay, so we're going to move on here. Good morning from Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. We welcome you to the show. Get a sip of this good coffee that my daughter brought me. A little on the sweet side, but I love it. Sissy, you did a good job with my coffee today. She said, "Thank you, Daddy." She's my producer back there behind she does all the producing with the computers and stuff. She knows how to do all that stuff. Okay, anyway, welcome to the show. We have several topics to talk about today, two of which I'm really excited about coming to Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. The coffee business, which I've been doing for, I guess, going on 4 years. We have the best coffee, I promise you, by far in the upstate or anywhere around, because the guy that made this coffee is a good friend of mine, and I'm going to get into that in just a minute. Also, our new venture is, I don't know if the producer can zoom in on this, but this is a capo. For those of you that don't know what a capo is, this one's a banjo capo. They also make a guitar capo. And what this does is if you want to play in different keys, you slide it up the neck of a banjo or a guitar, and you tighten it where the key that you want to play in is. You tighten this little screw down here, and it plays in that key. Wonderful piece of work. I was privileged to meet Brian and Lisa Page. They actually came here to the store, to Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and made a presentation of their capos. Some of the finest people you could ever meet. Brian and Lisa Page. They make the Page capos, and I think these things are worldwide. They ship them worldwide. Well-known capo, well-built capo. You know, I've been doing music for a while, and I've had a lot of different capos. I've had the stainless steel, nice capos. But let me tell you, folks, this capo beats them all. This capo beats them all. It's the way that it's just designed. It really clamps down on the strings very nicely. But they did a special edition. Let me tell you about their special edition. This excites me. Clemson University, they have a bluegrass class, teaches bluegrass music at Clemson University, which was started by Ryan Wilson and my son, Martin Acevedo. They were kind of the gel that put that together years ago. And the professor at the time said, "Hey, this is pretty cool." So he adopted it and went to Clemson University and said, "Hey, we got a class we need to teach here because kids are on fire about bluegrass music and playing instruments." So after going through all the red tape and jumping through all the hoops, they finally were able to get a class at Clemson University that teaches bluegrass music. So if you're in the area, if you go to Clemson, you're listening to this broadcast, you love music, go to the music department at Clemson University. Ryan Wilson is the one that's doing that course now. Talk to some of the professors there, and they'll lead you to that department and talk to Ryan, and he'd be more than happy to get you signed up. We're looking for young kids to sign up for the program so we can keep bluegrass alive and going. So anyway, the Page Capo, Brian and Lisa, they came here, did an interview, which I couldn't believe they came to Breazeale's and did an interview. Fine people. So they got on fire about this Clemson University thing. So they made a bunch of capos, like this one. The bottom part is purple, which is Clemson color, and the bar that goes across the stop with the little plastic thing on that holds the strings down is orange, Clemson orange. So they developed a capo, guitar and banjo, for the Clemson University colors. So they were here, and they gave me this one. This one's for a banjo, and I said, because I was getting ready to order one for my guitar, one for my banjo, and these are the high-end ones. They're very expensive, 200 something bucks, but they're the top of the line capos. So I was getting ready to order a couple of them, and Brian says, "No, you don't have to. I got you one for your banjo, and I got you one for your guitar," and they gave it to me. I was floored. I said, "For sure?" And he said, "Yeah." So they gave me 2 capos, which was very kind of them, and so we got to talking a little bit, and he said, "How would you like to be a distributor for the Southeast?" And I said, "What?" He said, "Yep, for Page Capos." And I said, "I'd love to." So they're in the process now of making me a bunch of guitar and banjo capos, and I'm officially a Page Capo distributor for the Southeast. So if you need a Page Capo, call me at 864-376-1482. Put in your order, and we have, I don't have a price list yet, but they start around $90, and they go on up to the more expensive ones. Depends on which one you want. But they're top of the line capos, in my opinion. So anyway, I'm excited about having this at the store. Probably another 3 weeks before I'm set up, have my display rack, and I'll have the capos here at the store to ship out. Or if you want to come by the store, located at 5109 Liberty Highway, I'm more than happy to fit you with a capo for your guitar or banjo. I guess you could use one on a mandolin. I've never seen anybody use a capo on a mandolin. But I guess you could probably capo up. That's a question for my friend Mark Stoudemire. Anyway, we're here today live at Breazeale's Grocery. Bluegrass, located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. My number here is 864-376-1482. If you'd like to call me during the broadcast, I'll be more than happy to talk to you on the air. Yeah, we'll talk to you on the air. Anyway, so much about the Page Capos, our monthly auction. Remember, La Terza Clase Bluegrass will be here November 10th, 2023. Tickets are on sale now at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. And if you can't come here, you can call me over the phone, 864-376-1482. Put in your order and give me a credit card. We'll run it by. We'll have your tickets at the door when you get here. So no excuse. We'll make sure you get a ticket for La Terza Clase. Can't miss the show, folks. Don't miss this show. They don't come around often. Okay, now we're going to talk about probably the rest of the broadcast about coffee. Coffee. I love coffee. I'm a coffee nut. I used to drink 15 cups a day. Well, one day I was sitting on the couch and my heart started running pretty quick. I went, "Whoa, what's this?" So I went and had a stress test done. And the lady said, first thing on the list, she said, "Do you drink coffee?" I said, "About 15 cups a day." She said, "There's your problem." So I drink maybe 2 cups a day now. My heart's perfect condition. I went last year for my heart checkup. The guy said, "You don't need to come back. You got a heart of an 18-year-old. You're good to go." So at least I know I got a good heart. I don't know about the other parts, but I got a good heart. If you got a good heart, it'll keep you going. Anyway, this is the coffee brand, Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. And the coffee beans that are in these bags come from south of the equator. I think I'm getting it right. In Africa, and south of the equator in South America. Johnny said that's where the best beans are grown for coffee. So anyway, this is our coffee brand. And let me tell you about the flavors. The flavors that we have are banjo blend, bluegrass instrument, guitar hazel, bluegrass instrument, fiddle me crazy, bluegrass instrument, bass dog, bluegrass instrument, dobro Danish, bluegrass instrument, and mandolinilla, bluegrass instrument. And then during the holidays, we have a brand of holiday pumpkin, delicious. So these are our brands of coffee that Johnny, I went down to Florida one time after I got in the business, and he said, we're going to do a flavor test. We sat at a table and he took these flavors that he buys from Europe, very expensive flavoring, and we did a taste test. We tasted all the different flavors. I said, I like this one. So he wrote that formula down. I like this one, wrote that formula down, put them together, and he said, that's going to be your banjo blend. No, one of your flavors. So I just picked an instrument to add to that, to put to that flavor. We did that process for 5 flavors, and once I got them down, he wrote the formulas down. So when I order this coffee, specifically made for Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. Cannot be bought anywhere else in the world but at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. Has a very unique taste and flavor. The way Johnny roasts his beans, not like most people. Most people that do in the coffee business, they roast their beans and they wait till they cool down, then they put the flavor in them. Johnny doesn't do that. Johnny, while they're still hot, puts them in a big old, looks like a cement mixer, puts them in there while they're still hot. Then he adds the flavor, which makes the flavor get into the bean while it's still hot. So the bean actually absorbs the flavor into the bean. It's not a coated bean. It's a well-infused flavor into the bean, which that's why his coffee is the best. He also makes the banjo blend, which is a non-flavored coffee. He came out with a new, about a year and a half ago, he came out with a new blend for the banjo blend. It's a dark roasted bean. Oh, let me tell you, when I first drank that, I said, this beats any coffee I've ever put in my mouth. So I had 2 ladies come here to the store one evening on Saturday night, and they had a cup of that banjo blend, and they went back, and they're from Seneca, South Carolina. They went back to the pub, it's a sports bar, talked to the owner there and said, you know, you got Starbucks on the counter, but let me tell you, we found the coffee that far beats that. So he invited me there, and we had a coffee tasting ceremony at his restaurant. And he said, when you can supply me with all the coffee I need, Starbucks is coming off the shelf. So anyway, that's how good our coffee is. It's very, very good coffee. Delicious. We got the best coffee in the business. Johnny started that business, I believe, 53 years ago. We got out of high school, and he went right into the coffee business. Married Patty. They're still married today, had 3 children. And Patty never worked. She stayed home watching the children, and they have a fine family. So Johnny went into coffee business after high school. That's all Johnny's ever done is coffee. I don't think if you gave him a screwdriver, he'd know how to use it, or a wrench, he wouldn't know how to use it. Just kidding, Johnny. He's mechanically minded, but you know what I'm saying. That's all he's ever done, coffee. He's never done anything else but coffee. So he has perfected the bean in 53 years. He's in Europe with Patty. They just sold their home for $1 million or so down in Florida. So they're enjoying the fruits of their labor, which they deserve. So they're traveling around. He'll be back at Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving, he's coming up here, and he's moving his roaster here to Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. And this is going to be the location for all the roasting and flavoring for Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass Cafe will be right here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. I'm excited about that. Really excited that we'll be able to roast them here, flavor them here, and send it out from here instead of the process that we do. Now the beans come to the docks in Miami. The ships unload them, 50-pound bags of beans. So we'll get them directly shipped here to Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass from the docks, Miami. They come in 50-pound bags, and we'll have it here at Breazeale's, and then we'll start the roasting process. He'll spend 2 days a week here with me, roasting and showing me the techniques and how to do it. And actually, we will become partners in this new coffee venture. So Johnny and I will be partners in the new coffee venture that he's putting out for me. So I asked him one day, I said, Johnny, I said, how much coffee are we talking about? And he said, well, I'd like to try to get to the place in maybe several months where we roast about 1,000 pounds a week. I said, what? He said, 1,000 pounds a week of coffee. I'll show you how to market. I'll show you how to move that coffee. So that's about 4,000 pounds a month. That's a lot of coffee. So I'll have to probably hire a few people to help us with the bags, the bagging, and we're going to change our bagging a little bit. We spend too much money on these beautiful bags. So we're going to change, we'll still have the decals and stuff, but we're going to change the process and the bags, get the costs down a little bit. So anyway, I'm glad you joined us here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass for the show today. We'll be back next week at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. Every Wednesday morning we do our live broadcast. And I usually have a guest speaker, but today I wanted to talk about my two ventures, new ventures, the Page Capos and Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass Cafe. Those are the two things that I'm excited about and wanted to talk about it. Before we leave the show, remember La Terza Clase. La Terza Clase. Bluegrass from Italy will be here November the 10th from 7 to 9. It's a Friday evening show. So make sure you get your tickets. You can call me, 864-376-1482. Again, that number is 864-376-1482 for tickets to La Terza Clase. We'll get them to you somehow, or you can pick them up at the door. Just let us know, and we'd be glad to help you with that. Also remember the monthly auction, Blaine Albertson. Call him, 864-556-5384. Blaine Albertson for the monthly auction. So I think my producers are giving me the time. I got 1 minute left, she says. So my last minute, I just want to say thank you for watching the show today. Come back next Wednesday at 11 a.m. for the live broadcast. And we hope you enjoyed the show today and hope you enjoy our previous shows. We just love talking to people and being on live and sharing information from what's out there in the world and what's in here inside Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. We have the best team ever at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. Again, we're located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. So long. We'll see you next week on Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass.